All right, broski, it's 2005 and you just got an Xbox 360 and one game. Let's say you got Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. That was the launch title. You start playing and all of a sudden you hear this little notification sound. Achievement unlocked. Whoa, what's an achievement? I like that sound. I want to hear that sound again. What does it mean? This moment was the beginning of the end for some people. Or the beginning of something to strive towards for future generations. Or maybe it was just a dumb little thing. I don't know. But you know I'm about to rant about it for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, however long this video ends up being. Let's go. Do the little Super Nintendo intro noise thing that's definitely going to get me copyright strike one day. Yeah, come on. Do the... Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. Alright, so Chivos. Some people don't really see the appeal, but they're here to stay, and I believe that they've rewired my brain and how I look at video games. This video stems from me buying a little handheld game console, the Anbernic Cube XX. It's a cool little thing, I'm happy enough with it, but while going through the settings on RetroArch, I noticed achievements. I thought, whoa, what is that? Like, achievements on retro games? Looking into it, I discovered Retro Achievements, a service that, yeah, adds achievements to retro games. I immediately made an account, linked it to my cube, and hey, bada bing, here we are. I think it's really neat to have achievements on retro games. However, the more I play on the cube, the more I see achievements kind of changing the way I play old beloved games that I just wanted to revisit. Like, I was playing a little Super Mario World, and if you came from my speedrunning video, we're going to talk about that thing that I said at the end of it. And hey, how's it going? It's good to see you again. You look a little thin. You've been eating okay? If you haven't watched that video, it's all good, baby. I'm going to give you context. But, you know, if you want to go watch it afterwards, like, I'll put it in the end card for you. You know, you don't have to, but, it's, you know, appreciate it. Now, for the context, I used to speedrun Super Mario World. And hey, yeehaw, I'm still sitting at 81st for 11 exit, no cape glitchless. It's only like 35 seconds behind the world record. I'm happy with that. I'm in my 30s now. There's no way that I have the reaction time or the patience to be a tryhard, but because I used to speedrun it, I've played the game in the exact same way, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of times while trying to bring my time down. I struggle to pick it up and play it any other way now because I'm locked into how I should be playing it to bring down my time. But something changed while I was playing it on my cube. I started my run the same as usual, but I noticed that there was a little icon at the bottom of the screen. That's odd. Maybe it's an indicator that I'm setting up an achievement or something? I don't know. I finished my level and it said 1 of 5. I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is definitely setting up an achievement. I continued playing and then I noticed that when I picked up a mushroom, the icon disappeared. Oh no, I guess maybe it was an achievement for probably beating every level as Small Mario. Well, damn, let me start over and try it again. Whoa. That may seem insignificant to you, but for me, like, I've played this game the exact same way every time I've sat down to play it for years now. With this little addition, the idea of getting an achievement changed what is normal behavior for me. And I think there's something to that. No, really, scientifically, there is something to that, not just from my personal experience here. There have been multiple studies on the effects achievements have on players, and from the few research papers that I skimmed through, the results seem to come to the same conclusion that, yeah, it changes the way that some people approach games. One paper I read through from UCF made an interesting point that different kinds of achievements have different effects on the player. They mention expected versus unexpected achievements. Expected ones give the player the opportunity to plan how they're going to approach a game, like me choosing to remain as Small Mario for the first 5 levels. Unexpected achievements give players an incentive to test the boundaries of the game, which can directly increase the amount of playtime someone is willing to commit. Which, hey, when you're a publisher and it's a game as a service and you're trying to get people to fucking, like, live in your game because that's how you make money, that's a big plus. It's like going to the arcade and you play a claw machine, right? You put your tokens in, or, well, no, I guess that's not really a thing anymore. You swipe your little card on the card swiper that's attached to the machine, and even though you know that shit's rigged, you attempt to win a dumb little plushie. Lo and behold, it works. Your little plush falls through the hole, lights and sounds start going off to congratulate you, and you walk away feeling great. You now have a tangible little reward for being the best at getting to the machine after it's hit its preset limit of intentionally failed grabs. You feel that little tingle of joy in your brain? That's called dopamine. Achievements hit you right in the dopamine receptor, and that shit feels good. That's not on accident, it's intentional. You get that nice little jingle, the thing pops up on screen, it's like, whoa, dude, good job, check it out. Oh, you got like 50 gamer points for that. You're such a sick gamer, bro. You keep up the good work. And that keeps you going. I want to play this game more now because I want to get that next dopamine hit. I want people to see that I soloed Peak and brought Bing Bong with me when I did it. It literally adds gamification to games. Gamification is not new. It's been used in all kinds of ways through history, but it is effective. Were you ever a Boy Scout? Because I was, and it's a prime example of this. Like, hey, you learn how to set up your camp? Here you go, kid. Have a little camping merit badge. Display it on your little sash so everyone can see your achievement. You learn the basics of first aid? Great job. Here's another badge for you. Whoa, you learned how to weld? Achievement unlocked, my guy. Welding merit badge. Going back to Peak, they integrated achievements into the game perfectly. Having your achievements displayed prominently on your little Boy Scout sash, it's such a great fucking way to motivate you to get more of them. Like when I play with friends, we sit there like before starting a run and we look at each other's sashes in the mirror and we're like, whoa, dude, man, your back has like 9 of them. Mine's only got 3. Oh, cool, dude. It's fun. It's a good way. The point is, gamification has been proven to help keep you motivated and engaged, so it seems like it's a no-brainer to include a system like that into video games. However, the title of the video is that it ruined gaming. Ruined was maybe a bit too clickbaity. I don't want to say completely ruined, that's a bit dramatic, but it definitely changed how some people, myself included at times, go about playing games. If that's for better or worse, it's kind of a tough nut to crack because it's very subjective. I don't think it's a cut and dry good or bad situation. There's a bit of nuance on my feelings on it. I wouldn't consider myself an achievement hunter, and I'm not super invested in getting every achievement on every game I play. I mean, like, on Steam, I only have like 5 perfect games, and 2 of them took like 0 effort to get. The 3 of them I intentionally went after, which kind of bothers me. When the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters came out, I was like, dope, I'ma buckle down and finally play, or replay for some of them, all of the numbered Final Fantasy games.
No, not you, Seamus. Ah, poo.
However, I decided to challenge myself. I'm not just going to play through them, I'm going to perfect them on Steam. I'm a person who values my time though, and if there are missable achievements, that ruins it because I'm not going to play through one of them twice just because I missed something. So that means it's time to follow a guide. I really hate doing that though. Totally off-topic side tangent here, but is that fun for some people? Is following a guide that's telling you exactly how to do everything correctly considered a fun, immersive experience? I don't know. It's why I couldn't get through Persona 5. This game was great. It probably has the best soundtrack of any game ever made. The gameplay is 100% up my alley, but the whole calendar day thing just stressed me the fuck out. Knowing that if I decided to do my own thing and scarf down a hamburger on Tuesday instead of, talking to the hot nurse lady, could maybe lock me out of some important shit. It made the game impossible for me to enjoy without following a day-by-day guide. Again, I value my time, and this is like a 200-plus hour game. I'm not going to play through it again. I want to get in, get out, see the story, fight the bosses, catch the dick wagon thing, and then just shelf the game. After playing through like the first 2 dungeons following a meticulous guide to the T, I got bored. I'm not playing a game anymore. I'm having someone else tell me exactly what to do while I watch a movie built on their decisions because those are the correct decisions. I don't know. Back to what I was saying, if you're setting out to hunt achievements, following a guide is absolutely the optimal way to do it. Because I challenged myself on Final Fantasy, I had to follow a guide, because otherwise I would have missed that one enemy that only has a 1 in 64 chance to show up, and if you don't encounter it before this point in the game, you're never going to see it again. And if you want every achievement, you have to fill the bestiary, so you better not miss it. I don't know. Before achievements, you just kind of explored games at your own speed. You consulted a strategy guide when you were completely stuck, but otherwise, nah. I just want to be immersed in this world. The dopamine was coming from finally beating a hard level, not from The dopamine was coming from finally beating a hard level, not from frustratingly having to redo the hard level multiple times, because if you don't do it this way, you miss one of the banana coins, and then you can't obtain the Get All Banana Coins achievement, and now everyone knows that you suck at Donkey Kong, and they're all gonna laugh at you. Now on the flip side, I've played through Final Fantasy 1 multiple times, never knew about the War Mech, It's a rare encounter in a specific area. How the fuck would I know it was there without getting lucky or being told about it? That is one of the big upside to achievements. If you are hunting them, they generally force you to see every square inch that the game has to offer. That can be nice. It forced me to keep walking back and forth until that big bitch appeared for me to defeat. But I don't know. I'm torn on whether I like achievements or not. I'm torn between they're good and make you see and enjoy the game a bit differently, and they fucking suck. Let me just explore at my own pace and figure shit out on my own. I'm like a kid ripping flower petals off here, being like, I hate achievements, I love achievements. I guess it all depends. I think it's an overall positive thing, but it can affect how I go about playing a game. It's not uncommon for me to start a new game, get really into it, and then be like, all right, let me look at the Chivas. Is this a game I could 100%? Doing so gives me a picture on what needs to be done, and I determine if I'm willing to put in the work to do that, and then how I proceed with the rest of the game may or may not be affected by what achievements I now know I can get. This gives you a goal, but also means you are now playing the game someone else's way, not your way. But at the end of the day, achievements are just kind of fun, and 100%ing a game is just a way to showcase that you mastered it and that you really enjoyed it. At least in a way that the people who decided on what the achievements for that game would be think mastering the game is. I guess if you don't like them, just ignore them. Well, yeah, I guess that's my take here. Hey, if you made it this far, I appreciate you sticking with me. I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, and you know, I got a couple more videos in the pipeline. I got like 5 or 6 more scripts fully written out. It's in due time. But thanks for hanging out, and hope I see you in the next one.